Welcome to the Northeast Skate Zone here in Philadelphia. The Temple Owls and the William Paterson Bears set to get underway one of two matchups this weekend. Hello everyone, I'm Jacob Smedley. Getting ready for action here between the Owls and the Bears. We're going to step aside for the playing of our national anthem. Temple Owls and William Paterson Bears set to get underway. Both teams on the ice. The Owls looking to go 3-0 to start the season. 2 wins last weekend, one of them here at home. Both teams gearing up for action here. The Owls wearing their new uniforms, cream with the Temple across the middle. And the Williams-Paterson Bears in their visiting black uniforms with the WP crest across the middle, orange piping as well. These starters for both teams announced earlier. The Bears coming out, getting set. The Owls, some key players performing well in last weekend's action. Rob Pilarski, the captain, with a few assists. Julian Rudolph with a few goals. And the great play in net by Nick Golis in his first season with the Owls. The freshman playing well as the players getting set, and we're underway here from the Northeast Skate Zone here in Philadelphia. The Bears gaining control early. Owls and the Bears, multiple seasons now, playing against one another. There's Seth Lerner who sets it, turns it over. Starters for the Owls, Joe Stelaccio, Hunter Ringwood, alongside Seth Lerner, the defenseman, with Julian Rudolph in there as well. Both teams went back and forth with control. The Bears have it in the offensive side, a 2-on-2, and it's corralled there by the freshman goalless in net. Impressive last weekend for the Owls. Nick Golis, Joey Galitsky last year, performing well for the Owls in net. Looking for similar production for Golis. Off to a strong start with a save, but an offensive zone opportunity here for the Bears. Face-off won by the Owls, who swing it around the back. Forward, zone circle, and it's sent around as Lerner's going to chase it. Bears holding on to possession, dictating early tempo as a stick's lost. Key players for the Bears, Thomas Swartwood had 2 goals. He had 8 assists, 8 points in the first weekend as Bears 2-0 as well, with a few wins over Canisius College. The Owls a turnover, and almost a turnover there for the Bears at middle ice, and they get it back and get it into the offensive zone, and it's sent into goalless. Almost 2 minutes gone here in the first period. Another season of Temple ice hockey right here on the Temple University Hockey YouTube page. Bears controlling the offensive zone. A few shots in the goalless, and the Owls are going to clear the other way and just send it down for a line change. Ryan Bucheski coming in. Alongside Julian Rudolph, Brandon Barrett as well. A pass is knocked down as both teams getting a grasp early going, and Rudolph, slips into the offensive zone. And the Owls will regroup. Handful of turnovers, early season for both teams. New fans of the ACHA. Teams play a fall and spring schedule as the Bears and the Owls exchanging turnovers. Bears looking to get an opportunity, and it's clear. It's moving the other way. 0-0 game with about 3 minutes gone. A pass in front, and it's deflected. Julian Rudolph sends it in front as the Owls are on the rush. The pass goes in front, an opportunity behind the net, and it goes wide. Nolan Saar with the shots. And the Owls will go for a line change as the Bears have it. An opportunity for the Owls goes aside. Jeffrey Gross coming in as the fourth line enters for the Owls. A big hit along the boards. Both teams going back and forth with the puck here in the early going. Again, the early season jitters out as well as there's a pass into the offensive zone. The shot is blocked and it goes to the side. Jeffrey Gross there with a shot, the senior from Louisville, Kentucky. As the Bears have it the other way, a 2-on-1. And the shot goes wide there from Austin Teets. The Owls trying to clear. Teets a strong start to his season. A couple of points in last weekend's action against Canisius. The Owls controlling it, and the chip goes past Gross, and it'll go all the way down for an early icing. 4-1 in favor of the visiting Bears in a 0-0 ball game. A new home for the Owls this season after multiple seasons at the Igloo in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. A bit closer to home for a lot of these student athletes. Just about a 30-minute drive from campus here in Northeast Philadelphia as the Owls win the draw. Moving to left here on your screen. More in the shot, and it's snagged up in net by Hunter Cook. Hunter Cook, that minder, the freshman. The William Paterson Pioneers, excuse me. Ringwood wins the draw for the Owls. The shot goes wide as Stonefield goes around to get it. The shot from Cody Draves, one of the newcomers for the Owls. And the Pioneers moving the other way. A big hit at center ice. Pioneers inside, and the shot goes wide. William Paterson has it in front. And a turnover there. Stelazio the other way. Has Stonefield to his left, and the pass goes wide. And Stonefield corrals it. And Stelazio battling in the corner. Boucher in there as well for the Pioneers. There's another hit on the sidewall. That one Ringwood delivering the blow, and a stoppage from the referees. A big hit on Adam Marvin on the sideboards, the captain for the Pioneers. One taken to the box here on either side. But it will be an offensive zone face-off for the Pioneers. Big hit on Adam Marvin, and there is a penalty. Excuse me, Wingwood will go to the penalty box. Our first power play of the game for either side as the Pioneers have a man advantage looking to take the lead. A 2-minute minor for Wingwood for roughing, and that one goes up over the netting. We mentioned Thomas Swartwood. Kevin Brennan in net, number 35 for the Pioneers. He had a win. Allowed 4 goals against Canisius at the victory in the second game between the two teams. Cook in net tonight. Pioneers, Marvin trying to win the face-off. He gets it back, and they'll set up the offense. Doyle in there. O'Donnell as well. Working it around, and the shot goes high. Goal is standing his ground, and that'll go into the neutral zone. And the Pioneers will work it around again. Murphy, Mulholland as well. Boyle on the defensive end as the Pioneers been hit behind the nets. On the defense, Barrett, Stonefield, Lerner trying to stop in front of the net, and that one goes by. Another turnover in the offensive zone for the Pioneers as a line change for the Owls. Pass goes inside and an opportunity. Marvin in there, Smith as well. Battle for the puck as the Pioneers with 50 seconds left on the roughing minor on Hunter Ringwood. The shot is high. It goes over Golis. Shot again inside. Deflection in, and the shot, he scores! Austin Teets puts the visiting Pioneers in front on the ricochet. It was knocked down in front of Golis. And Austin Teets with a shot high to the glove side, rather stick side of Golis. And the visiting Pioneers take an early 1-0 lead in this first game this weekend for the Owls. And the face-off won by Temple, and a turnover there. Stonefield tried to get it to Rudolph, and a big hit against the boards, and that one will go out. Turnovers for both teams becoming a factor. 6 shots on goal for the Pioneers to just 2 for the Owls, who have a line change. Turnover numbers exactly have those for you at the moment, but certainly both sides and over a ton in the offensive zone. The draw won by the Owls. Pass inside, turnover as well. Rudolph going back to Lerner. Seth Lerner and Rudolph playing catch with it as Rudolph plays chase. And it's sent around behind Bucheski. Sends it back to Lerner. Lerner sends it inside, and it's just wide, no deflection, and the Pioneers trying to clear. Matt Smith sends it ahead. 2-on-2, the shot, and it goes by. Goes wide. Another Pioneer hit the ground. The puck goes by, and down goes Golis. Opportunity in front once again for William Paterson. The defense was there for the Owls, and with 13-13 remaining in the first period, another face-off as a line change for both sides. Another breakaway opportunity for the Pioneers. Got out into the open ice, into the offensive zone, and putting pressure on the freshman netminder. The shot is gloved. The right-handed glove of Ryan Golis going out to make the save. And he'll set up another offensive zone face-off. 8 shots on goal for the Pioneers to just 2 for the Owls, and one of those 8 going behind Golis. As another offensive zone face-off won by William Paterson. Work it around behind Golis. Pass goes back out. That's Matthew O'Donnell, the defenseman. He has it turned over. And now the Pioneers regather. An excellent block there in front by Blake Richmond, who sends a hit into the boards. Stonefield sends it around. Pass up ahead. Excellent puck movement here for the Owls. Gaining speed is Jeffrey Gross. Gross spins around, and he gets hit against the boards. Fight forward and in front, and a cover-up by Cook. Handful of new Owls joining the team. The freshman from Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, Aaron Crochet. Jordan Jarenchi as well, joining Ryan Bucheski, Hunter Ringwood, a lot of these veterans who have been on this team for multiple seasons. As the Owls lose the offensive zone faceoff, Stelasio, the touch pass, and it goes up and into the netting. The best opportunity for the Owls so far. A touch pass, that was Stelasio to the senior captain, Rob Pilarski, and the shot goes wide. Rob Pilarski, the senior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I mean, he's not only the captain on the ice, but also helping us as the media team, getting everything set up for the Owls, and he's really a great captain for Adam Calabris in this Owls team. The Pioneers holding it here, and they send it into the offensive zone. 1-0 lead for William Paterson. Earlier on, Austin Teets putting the Pioneers in front. And the Owls with an opportunity as a drop in, and that one shot, and Cook will cover it up with 11:51 remaining in the first period. Mentioned some key contributors. Julian Rudolph last week. A handful of goals, a handful of assists from Far Church, Virginia. It was another face-off again in the offensive zone. And the pass up ahead. An opportunity for the Pioneers. A 3-on-3. Matt Smith has it, and he loses it. The forward, Matt Smith, had it for the Pioneers. Rudolph with Buchetsky, and over multiple players going down on the ice. All going down, along with Zach Thompson, hitting the ice. And the Owls controlling it around the blue line. And then Barrett back in. As the top line for the Owls coming up. Rudolph has Barrett if he wants him, and the shot goes wide off of Cook. Took it himself. And the Owls will have another offensive zone face-off with 11:05. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you tonight and tomorrow here at the Northeast Skate Zone for the Owls. The pass goes wide. Lansdow in there now. He sends it all the way down. Malik Lansdow, the junior, along with Callie Mormon, a handful of returning defensemen for the Owls, hoping to play a big role as another opportunity gone awry for the Owls as the Pioneers with a counterattack. Going the other way, the Owls forcing a turnover. See Jay Phillips in there as well. Fight for it behind the net. Pioneers looking to set up the offense. The shot, and it goes off the crossbar. Another shot inside, and it goes wide. And a stoppage on the ice. Another big threat for the Pioneers, setting up their offense with little resistance. Set up another offensive zone face-off. Turnovers and face-offs for the Owls. As there is Aiden Croce, controlling it off the face-off. The Pioneers with it. Couchy. She loses it. The Pioneers have it. The shot on goal, and it goes wide. A deflection inside and another stoppage. Hand goes up. There's a penalty here. And for now, just a line change as another stoppage. The shot came in from Ryan Murphy. Matthew O'Donnell, the two defensemen out there. Alongside Austin Teets, who scored the goal. And a face-off set here between Nick Boucher. And Boucher loses it. The Owls gaining control of the face-off, and the pass shot wide, and both teams colliding in front of the bench. Stonefield swings it around. Stelasio guarding it. Aushi and Phillips looking forwards. Is Bucci. And the Pioneers controlling it in the middle of the ice. 2-on-2 once again. The shot inside is deflected away. A lot of pressure in front of goalless here in the first period for the Owls. That one shot ahead. Tried to get it out. It's kept in. That's O'Donnell. O'Donnell inside. The shot goes wide. A point-blank opportunity there for Bucci in front, who outside of Swatout has been explosive for the Pioneers, and now here's another stoppage. This injured Pioneer along the sideways. That is Bucci who got the hits. And a cross-check will be the call. And a penalty for the Owls, a power play for the Pioneers. Second power play for the Pioneers in the game. A cross-check going to go against Richmond in there. And another power play for the Pioneers. They converted on their first of the game. And a double minor here, a 4-on-4. Cross check on both sides. Shot inside, and it's saved by goalless. 9:06 remaining in the first. Some chippiness going on here at the northeast skate zone. In a 1-0 William Paterson advantage. The Pioneers an early goal from Austin Dietz. And both teams with cross-checking, offsetting minors, so a 4-on-4. And at 40 on both. It's all cross-checking there for Jason Castro. 3 minutes for roughing as well. So cross-checking and roughing. For Kate, the PA announcer here, helping us out as well, along with there's Val Pendrak, Chloe Guessing as well in the broadcasting booth. Pioneers have it the other way in a 4-on-4. Open ice, the shot, and it's off the side of goalless. Thomas Boyle with the shot, the defenseman coming up playing a little offense, and the shot goes wide. And the Owls, Ringwood sends it all the way around as Barrett re-enters for a line change with under a minute now in the 4-on-4. Lerner, Barrett, the shot is deflected wide. Match up there, but Brendan Barrett's explosive offense. The shot, Cook holds onto it and covers it up. And a fight, a little action breaking out in front of the nets. And a stoppage called there. That was Richmond in there. Saw as well. Ringwood, some action. And Pawlowski set for the face-off alongside Bucci. And the face-off is won by the Pioneers with under 8 minutes to go in the first period. And a 1-0 William Paterson advantage. Under 30 seconds on both the rushing and the roughing and the cross-checking minor. And the Pioneer goes down. Another big hit. That was Bucci again. Pawlowski sent him to the ice. And a stoppage here as physical play has ramped up here in the first period. And an offensive zone face-off for the Owls. Really struggled on the face-offs, offensive and defensive. Pioneers winning the opportunities in the defensive zone to clear. And winning the offensive face-offs to set up opportunities in front of Ryan Golis. Another face-off won by the Pioneers. Under 20 seconds now on both penalties. As the lights coming on, it could change things here as a big hit. Silasio with the hit as well. That was Pawlowski, on the big hit across the middle of the ice. 2 seconds, 1, and now a 5-on-5 as Bucheski coming back on for the Owls. And another hit over the middle. And both teams exchanging possession in the middle of the ice. Sticks flying all over the place. And a stoppage once again as both teams, the hits looking to ignite. The Owls looking to ignite some offense with some hits. And the Pioneers looking to continue their momentum with the hits. As both teams having a line change here. Zach Thompson, the face-off, along with Jeffrey Gross, and Thompson sending it all the way down. So Lerner gets hit on the cross-check. Pass goes out. Owls really have not gained the same offensive continuity they did last weekend as Gross the opportunity. And the shot goes around. Jeffrey Gross, the senior from Louisville, Kentucky, joining the fourth line on this Owls attack. Seth Lerner sending it around. And Gross trying to chase it down, and Thompson corrals it, and a big hit up against the wall. Richmond and Thompson colliding as both teams go for a line change as the Owls try and keep it onside. They turn it over, a few new Owls coming on. A 2-on-1 opportunity for the Pioneers. The shot is wide. Thompson leading the rush alongside number 14, Luka Filokin. Shot goes inside. Another battle for it against the far boards. And the Pioneers come up with it. And a shot right below us here in the broadcast booth. Shot against the sideboard. And the Owls controlling it in the defensive zone. The Owls, New Jerseys, again the cream with the temple across the front. Just like the University doing a little makeover before the season, and the shot goes wide. Pass inside, and the Owls keeping it onside. Under 6 minutes to go in the first period. 1-0 Pioneers in front on a goal by number 8, Austin Teets in the early going. Marvin without a still, rather an Owl losing his stick there. Now setting up the offense. Phillips, the shot on goal from Stonefield, and it's corralled by Cook as some extracurriculars taking place once again after the play. And Hunter Cook, the 5'10", 185 netminder, slow to get back up from his position. Line change here is another stoppage. Both teams with 10 shots. Just checking on Hunter Cook, making sure everything's okay. The ref down there. Brennan and Cook both sharing time last weekend for the Pioneers. Waiting just to see, make sure Golis is okay in net. And is confirmed, and will play on with 5:16 left in the first. That one sent in by Lansdowne. Phillips controlling it along the boards. The Owls still looking for their first continuous possession of the game. Really had one opportunity early on as the pass. Callie Morin now in pursuit. Morin sending it back as the Owls looking to regroup offensively. Levroni had a handful of goals in the spring last season, and he gets shot right into the boards. Both teams increasing the physicality as the first period continues. A turnover for the Pioneers as the Owls into the offensive zone. No one supporting the 37, Ryan Bucheski, in the offensive zone. He ends up turning it over under 5 minutes to play. A turnover for the Pioneers. A 3-on-2 for the Owls. The shot, and it's corralled. What a save there from Cook. Some extracurriculars as well taking place as Barrett with the opportunity. An excellent save. Some smiles as well in Paterson. Up the road in New Jersey, some guys that have played against one another. And a penalty here gonna go against the Owls. That's Barrett. 2 minutes on both sides is what appears on the score. And some details here is what it looks like. Another 4-on-4. Referees starting to crack down on the the fighting rather for both sides. Barrett getting ruled for some minutes along with Ryan Murphy as and a turnover once again for the Owls, and not the second 4-on-4 of the first period. Pass across, the shot from Bucci, and it's corralled by Golis in front. And the Owls will have a defensive zone face-off. Face-offs had to win here in this first period to keep it a 1-0 game. As the face-off, Bucheski wins it, keeps it away. The Pioneers for the moment. Lerner playing catch with Nolan Sauer. Who sends it up ahead, pass across. Bucheski taking on all comers in front, and it's covered up by Cook in front. 3:44 remaining in a chippy first period. Coming up at the half, our very own Meg Doyle will have a exclusive halftime interview with one of the Owls. Again, that's coming up on the half here on the Temple Ice Hockey YouTube page. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you the second weekend of the season. We're going to get back to the ACHA playoffs. Had that taste last season and looking to return this year. A big hit in the middle of the ice, that was Pulaski, and it turns it over, and the Pioneers gaining control. Looking ahead in the ice, that's Adam Marvin, the captain. Marvin has swat out to his right. Marvin goes all the way in, and it's knocked aside. And a big hit against the side. The shot inside from Boyle. Behind the net, they swat out the shot. It's off the glove, an excellent save by Golis. Ryan Golis, a game that could be more than 1-0. Still 1-0 based on his saves. Turnover for the Pioneers. 2-on-2 for the Owls, as Graves had it in front. And a stoppage here on the ice as Graves looking into the offensive zone. 31 seconds on both Miners. Graves getting a bit of an explanation. Cody Draves, the senior. A freshman, 5'4", 154, the defenseman. Third line for head coach Alan Calabrese and his staff. 2:50 remaining in an action-packed first period, and another penalty on the Pioneers. A 4-on-3 now. 2:43 remaining in the first period. The Owls with a man advantage. The shot, and it's covered up by Cook for the moment. Phillips corrals it in front. Shot on net, and it's corralled for Cook. Zach Thompson went to the box. 11 seconds away from a 5-on-4. 2:30 remaining in the first period. Another face-off here. The Owls win it. Lerner has it at the top. The wrist shot is wide. Turned aside. That was Rudolph from the slot. And the Owls turn it over. Lerner catches it at middle ice. Buchetsky comes on as the Owls have a 5-on-4 opportunity in front. Turned aside. Excellent defense for the Pioneers who clear. The speedster, Seth Lerner, working in front of the nets. The Owls looking for another rush. Penalty minutes along with the time almost matched up. 1:50 and counting. The Pioneers with an odd man rush. The shot, and it goes off of goalless. Teets, who has the only goal tonight with the opportunity. And a turnover at center ice. Both teams going after. And Teets sends it all the way down. Excellent penalty kill so far tonight for the Pioneers in their first one of this game. Owls unsuccessful in their first penalty kill, leading to the goal by Teets. Still 28 seconds though, and the shot from Saw's in front, and it's knocked down. 1:10 remaining in the first period. That one sent all the way down. Olis dishes it off to Saar. 1 minute left. Gross. The pass across. Connection could not match it up. Ringwood across. Saar the shot, and he scores! Nolan Saar ties the game up in the final seconds of the first period. The defenseman with a rocket from the blue line. And the Owls tie it up. It's now 1-1. Excellent puck movement for the Owls. Got it tape to tape for the defenseman, Saar. And it's now a 1-1 match with 44 seconds remaining in the first period. An early goal from Austin Teets for the Pioneers. And now Nolan Saar, the Owls defenseman, evening up the tally on the Owls' 16th shot of the game. As time now rolling off the clock. It's now 39 seconds remaining. The face-off here between Ringwood and Thompson, who's freshly out of the box. As the Owls converting on the power play, both teams, special teams, coming through in a chippy first period. As the referees going over some specifics, some time as well, making sure there's enough time left. And just confirming here in front of us, here the press box confirming the time. It's back up to 50 seconds there. Time ran a little bit after the goal, and just trying to sort everything out here. Game of milliseconds, if you will. It's game of inches, but game of milliseconds as well. Under 50 seconds now. The Pioneers have some opportunity to respond, but they turn it over in the neutral zone as the Owls send it down. Olin Saar with the goal. Owls looking to tack on another here in the final minute. Pass ahead, trying to get it to Thompson. Lansdowne sends it around Stalacio. Owls holding on. Ringwood gets the pass. Stalacio as well. Goes down around the end and a big hit. Oriendo as well. In there, pass goes all the way back to Callie Morin. 2 seconds, 1. Morin holds on, and that will do it for the first period. An early goal from the Pioneers and a late one for the Owls by Nolan Saar. We're going to send it down to Meg Doyle as a period intermission interview now with the Owls.
Yeah. Well, I was going to unmute here. She was going to mute it there. I can't see because I can hear her. I can tell. No, you're not that. Okay. I just want to see if I can talk to her.
We'll have more after this. The Owls and the Pioneers tied up at 1 in the first intermission. Welcome back to the Northeast Skate Zone here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Owls and the Pioneers getting set for a second period action in a 1-1 tie. A goal in the early going for Austin Teets for the Pioneers. They had an early 1-0 lead through most of the period. And then a goal by defenseman Nolan Sauer for the Owls with under a minute remaining. Both goals on the power play as a chippy first period of action between the two teams in the second weekend of ACHA action this fall, as the Pioneers winning another face-off to start. And controlling it along the middle, that is Boyle. Battle forward around the middle. Both teams turned over his shoes in the first period as the Pioneers now moving right to left. Goalless in there in net. Strong to end the first period after allowing the early goal. The Pioneers setting up the offense, the shot, and it's in! Another goal for William Paterson, and the Pioneers retake the lead seconds into the second period. Thomas Boyle, the shot from the blue line, goes through all of the Temple defenders and right past the 5-hole of goalless. It's now a 2-1 lead for the visiting William Paterson Pioneers. The first goal from either side not on a special teams opportunity. And the Owls win the face-off, looking to respond. Came back from down 1-0 and an icing being called on the second mid-ice face-off of the second period. Back and forth game between these two schools. A short distance for both sides coming to the skate zone. Hour 30 minutes, 2 hours for the Pioneers. And 30, 40 minutes for the Owls. Adam Marvin, the assist on the goal from Thomas Boyle, is another icing being caught, and the Owls will have another offensive zone face-off. Both teams had a handful of 4-on-4 opportunities. The Owls had a 4-on-3, cross checks, roughing calls in the first period. Owls win the face-off. Saw the goal scorer in front is going down is Barrett. And the Owls and the Pioneers battling for it now. Lerner coming up with it. And he sends it all the way around as Sauer back around to Brandon Barrett. Brandon Barrett, one of the explosive goal scorers. The sophomore from West Palm Beach, Florida, as the opportunity for the Pioneers goes awry. They still maintain possession here in the offensive zone, and the puck enters the netting. The pressure for the Pioneers offense here early on in the second. They got a goal from the defenseman Boyle. Now multiple shots on goal as a line change for the Owls. Pulaski, Ringwood, Stellacio, along with Stonefield coming back as the face-off won by the Owls. Battle forward along the boards. Andy Dreves joining this leadership line for the Owls. One of their top lines, the young freshman as the defenseman alongside Stonefield, who delivers a big hit against the boards. Still in the defensive zone for the Owls, and sending it all the way down is Draves. And another Pioneer going down. Pass in front, an opportunity for Stellacio. Still another battle for it. Around, and now the Pioneers will clear it all the way down. 3 minutes, about 3 minutes gone. The second period, 2-1. Pioneers in front. They haven't trailed in this game. The Owls working it ahead. Stonefield. It's a line change as Blake Richmond comes on for the Owls. Richmond, a big collision again in the offensive zone. Now the Pioneers have it, some physical play all around on both sides. In the neutral zone, in the offensive zone, it hasn't mattered. No love lost between these two division rivals. And an opportunity for the Pioneers, a shot up top. And another goal for the Pioneers, this one by Adam Marvin. And William Paterson's offense is catching fire here in the second period. 2 goals within the first 3 minutes of action. After a 1-1 tie after the first 20 minutes, it's now a 3-1 Pioneers advantage. The turnover for the Owls at center ice, and Adam Marvin did not miss it. 3 different goal scorers for William Paterson as that puck enters out of play. Austin Teets with the first goal early in the first period. And a goal by the defenseman, Thomas Boyle, just really 30 seconds in to the second period. And now a goal by Adam Marvin, the 1 goal for the Owls by Nolan Saar. Pass up across, Jeffrey Gross giving chase. Gross fights it along the boards. He has Richmond next to him. As the Owls trying to set up offensive continuity, the shot by Gross is inside, and a fight forward in front. As both teams having to be separated here. Gross and Richmond. There's a new netminder in there for William Paterson here in the second period. Kevin Brennan is in there for Hunter Cook, seeing his first action of the game. And line changes here after the stoppage. Some conversations being shared by the refs on both sides. Stoppage for both teams. And line changes. Coaching in there, Lansdowne, Phillips. And a penalty gonna get called against the Owls. We'll await the call for you, but another penalty and another power play for the Pioneers, who lead it by 2. Shot, this one by Swart, who sends it back around. Marvin, who already has a goal tonight. Pass across, could not be handled. And it goes around. Jake Lang, the 4th line forward, getting caught on the penalty. 2-minute minor. And 1:30 left on that as the Pioneers looking to extend their lead again early in the second. Looking it around, Marvin holding on. And the pass goes inside. Not very much crisp passes for the Pioneers. Pass inside. Linus trying to do everything he can, laying out in front of goalless. Pass goes back. 4-header steam for Marvin. Marvin drifting in. The pass across, and it goes wide. Ochi trying to clear it. Pioneers keeping it in. A Pioneer hits the ice. That's Swart. And a stoppage as Swart slow to get up. Some physical play leading to some penalties on both sides. 50 seconds left on the penalty going against the Owls and Jake Lang. 15:38 remaining in the second period. Now a 3-1 game, and another penalty going to be called against the Owls. Now a 5-on-3 for the Pioneers. For the next 50 seconds, the shot is wide. Aiden Quochi heading to the box for the Owls. And now a huge opportunity for the Pioneers to extend the lead. 30 seconds left on the first minor by Lang. Shot inside, and it's off of goalless. It's now going to have to turn into a brick wall to try and keep this a 2-goal game. In addition, Stonefield is out there with Lerner, and an excellent stop by the Owls, sending it all the way down. As a line change, Lansdowne has to come out quickly. It's a 5-on-2 as the Owls don't realize it, and the shot goes wide. Ryan Buchetsky, a late entrant. The Owls trying to send him on. 2 seconds. 1, the shot inside. It's now a 5-on-4, and the shot goes wide. A minute left on the power play. The Owls looking to change the tide here in the second with a big penalty kill. Pioneer hits the ice. Shot goes around, and it goes up over the glass. trying to say it was a tip out, a hand pass. Cannot hit it with your glove, has to go out via a stick. No call, as it's 52 seconds. Would be a huge penalty kill for the Owls. Nearly now 3 minutes gone with at least one Temple Owl off the ice. Pass around, Swartz weaving his way in behind the net, tries to feed it in front. Gets it back. Morvis and Swartz, 16 and 17. Playing a little catch, and the Owls saying no more. Excellent stop and poke check there from Ian Stonefield. The veteran defenseman coming up with a big stop. One of the longest tenured Owls. 20 seconds left on the power play. There's the Pioneers again in the offensive zone. 15 seconds left. Owls looking to kill off what was a 5-on-3. A good portion of this period. Shot inside, and it's tipped in. A deflection there inside. Austin Teets gets his second goal of the game. A deflection by Teets. The shot was from O'Donnell, and it was knocked down by Teets to go by goalless. The third goal of the period for the Pioneers, all coming within the first 7 minutes. To a 1-1 tie at the end of the first intermission. 3 goals here for William Paterson. And the Owls winning the face-off. Now out of the box as the 5-on-5 ensues. Another power play goal for the Pioneers. The second of the game. Fight for it, Stellacio. Stellacio going around with Thomas Boyle, who has one of those goals. Owls looking to respond. Pass in front, the Owls with an opportunity, and it goes all the way down, and an icing will be called. Both of these teams, no stranger in the early going to high-scoring games. That's with a 10-7 win this past weekend. And the Pioneers, 7-4 victory over Canisius, one of their 2. This game's certainly not over, despite now the 4-1 lead for William Paterson, who moves into the offensive zone with it. Thompson sends it all the way down. And behind the net. Pass shot in front. Another opportunity for the Pioneers, who keep peppering goalless in front. Gross turns it over. Stonefield keeps it in. It goes off a Pioneer. And a hand touch will go against the Pioneers, and the Owls will have an offensive zone face-off, looking to get any kind of momentum going here. A lot of turnovers in the offensive zone. Line changes, not getting ready. Owls had it was a 5-on-2 for a moment. Doing the 5-on-3 as one out didn't make it down the ice. There's Bucheski, Ryan Murphy doing the face-off. Pioneer coming back on the ice. Make it a 5-on-5. Bucheski trying to gain control. It gets passed back. And gaining control of the Pioneers. Lansdowne loses it. This goes around. The Pioneers remaining in control. As the Owls back in the defensive zone. A little over 12 minutes remaining in the second period that has been dominated by the visiting Pioneers. Chesky sends it around. Lansdowne sends it back. And the pass goes up ahead. An opportunity now for the Owls. Bucheski setting up a shot, and it's off of the skate. Rudolph was there with him. And now Brennan covers up. 2-on-2 opportunity for the Owls. Rudolph skating there alongside the junior from Manalapan, New Jersey, Ryan Bucheski. As both teams change lines once again. 19 shots apiece And the Owls win the face-off, but it goes all the way down, escaping the likes of Lerner. Chips it ahead, a turnover. Pioneers corral it, and a big hit. Phillips and Lerner sandwiching on the hit in the offensive zone. It looks like a stoppage and a potential penalty, it looks like. And Lerner is going to, and Seth Lerner gonna go to the penalty box. Another penalty for the Owls. Miscommunication now as Sauer goes back out. The third penalty of the period for the Owls. And another power play. 2 goals already on the man advantage for William Paterson. Charging is the call as the shot from Swarrett goes wide. Front line back out there for the Pioneers. Swarrett the shot again, and this one high up into the scansion here at the northeast skate zone. And with the Flyers for many years, one of many skate zones around Philadelphia. A lot of excellent talent on the ice coming through the hockey academy here at the skate zone. Now the Owls looking to kill off another penalty, down 3. Have to do it against the top line for William Paterson. Working it around, 1:20 left. And the shot inside, goalless covers up. And player Pioneer going down in front of goalless. Teams racking up the shots. Here in this one, 40 shots now. Teams kind of talking it over. F's getting the teams aligned. Chippiness all game. 1:22 on the charging penalty. There's another hit against the boards. The Owls looking for a clear. Whiffed attempt there by Morin. Callie Morin working around to the other side. Getting help. Swarrett swings it back around. Marvin sends it back to Swarrett. 2 goals. Last game against Canisius, and he sends it wide. 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points entering the game. Hasn't been much of a factor tonight with goals from fellow first-liners. Marvin and Teets. That one shot inside by Swarrett, and it gets turned aside. 40 seconds left on the charging minor. Swarrett another shot from the point, and it's covered up behind goalless with 10-14, nearly halfway gone here in the second period. One of 2 matchups for the Owls this weekend. They'll be right back here tomorrow night at 8:50 against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. You had the football matchup a few weeks ago. And the 2 teams will take the ice tomorrow night right here at the Philadelphia Northeast Skate Zone. We'll have all the action right here on the Temple University Ice Hockey YouTube page. The shot inside goes awry. The Pioneers with another shot on the power play. 20 seconds left. Fight for it. Excellent steal in the middle. That's Draves. Cody Draves, the freshman, looking to provide some energy. He almost leaps over a Pioneer trying to get to the puck. And William Paterson holding on. Draves, the only one in pursuit, was a one-man wrecking crew. An opportunity as a pass there from goalless, getting it out. As the pass goes around, Stonefield retreats after it. Draves as well giving way. Both teams exchanging possession here. We're past the halfway point in the second. This goes across. It's held around in the middle. Side, a new line change. Draves out there, Stonefield as well. Blake Richmond in with Jake Lang with the penalty earlier. Pass goes all the way around. Trip up in the middle. Paterson getting it away. 3 early goals from the Pioneers. Now back and forth, trading possessions. As just chipping it in. Dip and chase. And swung around for the Owls. Little offensive momentum here in the second. Gotten just a few opportunities in this game. And the 1 goal on the power play from Saar. That one's passed ahead. Excellent retreat by the Pioneers. Trying to get it to the forwards. The change is Storwart. Marvin looking for a call. He's not going to get it on the trip up at center ice. Line change. Stonefield swings it around. Lerner back on the ice along with Julian Rudolph. Trying to get it to the assistant captain. He's been explosive with the puck so far this season in a few games. Saw the shot, off the deflection, and it's off the skates. Pass goes around. Another turnover for the Owls under 8 minutes remaining in the second period, and an icing called. 21 shots for the visiting Pioneers, 4 goals on those 21 shots. And the Owls with a goal from Nolan Saar on 19 shots. Saar in the game at defenseman alongside Lerner. Bruchetsky wins the faceoff. Saar around to Lerner. Owls keep it in. Lerner with an excellent play. Doing it himself, working it in front. Bruchetsky in front, and it's turned away. Excellent play in front. That was Marvin as a goal. Make the defensive play. Rudolph the shot, and it's snagged out of the air by Brennan. Rudolph going top shelf, and Brennan glove side took it down. The 20th shot from Julian Rudolph, the junior from Old Church, Virginia, 5'7", 165. The lefty with the explosive shot from the slot. Offensive zone face-off. Bruchetsky losing it, and the Pioneers where they're going the other way. Barrett trying to force a turnover. Him and Rudolph in there. And the Pioneers with some excellent puck work. 2-on-1 opportunity. The pass across, the shot. He scores. And the Pioneers continuing the onslaught with another goal here in the second. Excellent 2-on-1 orchestrated. And it's now a 5-1 game. 4 goals now in the second period for William Paterson. The turnover for the Owls, trying to cause one in the offensive zone. And it skipped ahead for a 2-on-1 opportunity. And William Paterson converts with 7:03 remaining in the second. Stelasio controls the faceoff. Another odd man rush for the Pioneers off of either an Owls turnover. Just a defensive lapse there. Stelasio sending it around. Draves behind him if he wants him. Ringwood and Stelasio playing catch behind the net. Loses it, and the Owls, this has really been Dante Avin with the goal for the Pioneers, their 4th one of the period, and the 5th different goal scorer for the Pioneers tonight. Avin joining Tates along with Marvin. Thomas Boyo, the defenseman, getting in on the action. 14 minutes gone here in the second. What has been a nightmarish period for the Owls as that puck goes up for the top. And the offensive possessions for Temple out of movement, but the puck just not moving with the players, it seems. It's a whole new line change. Gross, Fauci coming on, along with Phillips. Lerner and Shaw looking to provide a spark. Shot goes in. A new goalie, Kevin Brennan for the Pioneers, hasn't had to face much. He faces a shot here inside. And an excellent save by Brennan, just mentioned it. And he gets a shot from Aiden Croce, the freshman from Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. The glove save from Brennan. Now both teams with 21 shots. Another offensive face-off, and another face-off win for William Paterson. Puck on the ice, inside, around in front of Brennan. Just not a lot of movement in front, and Croce gets it this time. The Owls get to go back. Excellent movement in front from Aiden Croce, the freshman, converts this time, and it's now a 5-2 game. There's the movement for the Owls in front of the nets. Croce, in his first season with the team, with a huge goal that hopes to turn the tide here in the second. Owls breaking up a stretch of 4 unanswered goals for the Pioneers. The freshman Croce looking to ignite a spark to this Owls offense. And the face-off won by the Pioneers. It started with a pass by Gross behind the nets. Setting up Croce, who probed around the middle and got one top shelf over the glove of Brennan. And now both goalies in this game for the Pioneers have allowed a goal. Look who started the game. And Croce. Jeffrey Gross with the assist. Owls aggressive here, trying to get it to the hot-handed Croce, and that one shot back inside. Under 5 minutes to play in the second period. Plenty of time for the Owls to hopefully get another one across before the final 20 minutes of action. Pressure is on the line change as the pass from Lerner gets turned aside, the junior defenseman. Lansdowne coming back in, another change for the Owls, an excellent chip pass ahead, and both teams exchanging the puck along with some line changes as that one's up ahead of Richmond. Richmond the shot, and it sneaks through. Blake Richmond went through the 5-hole of Brennan, and the Owls are on the comeback train. The second goal within the last 2 minutes. Richmond, the junior from Kennett Square, getting it through, and it's now 5-3 Pioneers. A shot from point-blank range from Richmond. It looked initially like it was caught underneath of Brennan, and it snuck right through into the nets. The third line and the fourth line for the Owls coming up huge in the final stages of the second period. It was 1-1 at the end of the first period. It's now 5-3 with 6 goals between the two teams. 4 straight for the Pioneers and now 2 straight for the Owls, who control it with 4 minutes left. Morin sending it up in front. The Owls now creating offense and applying the pressure. Behind the nets, opportunity for Stellacio, and it's covered up. Jake Lang, the senior, Jeffrey Gross as well. The third and fourth line for the Owls. The spark, the goal from Croce, and the goal from Richmond. And an offensive zone face-off as Ringwood, Pilarski, returning as well alongside Stellacio. The Pioneers moving it in front, now looking to regain momentum as the Owls have brought the game within 2. Stonefield moves it ahead and it's chipped in. Pioneers trying to reestablish the offensive possession. Been back and forth. The Owls, up until the 2 goals, really never had that consistent offensive production, offensive possession, rather, in the William Paterson defense. That goes all the way up, trying to get it to Ringwood. Rudolph on there, along with Barrett on a line change. Set up ahead. Pioneers trying to slow down the pace. The Owls ramping it up. Swore it around the net. Puck goes up in the air. Owls gain possession. Puck ahead. Ringwood gaining control. He has Rudolph if he wants him. The shot is blocked. Goes in and out of the pad of Brennan, and now a 2-on-2 the other way for the Pioneers. The shot is saved by Golas. Pace ramping up here in the second. Ringwood and Rudolph, two of the most explosive scorers on the Sal's team, with the opportunity in front. Brennan turned it aside. Now an offensive zone face-off. Buchetsky against Marvin, and Marvin wins it, and the Pioneers holding on temporarily. And the pass in front covered up there from Golas. After giving up 4 goals early on in the second period, has really settled in. Of course, his offense helping him out as well. Some deflections as well, but still Golas been learning the game. Third in for the Owls, really learning as well. And his teammates, first few weeks, had some practices here as well before this season. Coach Adam Calabrese and drills as well with the team, getting them prepared for a grueling long season. It's over 6 calendar months. An offensive zone for the Owls turned aside, and play is stopped on a line change with 1:52 remaining in the second period. Line change on both sides. Go again for watching Temple University Ice Hockey on the TU Ice YouTube page. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you. 5-3 game, and another penalty coming here for the Owls. This one, Rudolph. Now the 4th one of the second period. Rudolph hits the box. Well, blindside hit gonna be the call. Rudolph trying to free up some action in front. And another power play opportunity for the Pioneers. It will bleed into the third period. 1:37 and counting remaining on the power play. 1:20 in the period as the Owls clear down. 2 goals, 2 out of the 5 for the Pioneers have come on the power play. This goes all the way down. Setting up is Swarthwaite. Swarthwaite working it around. Passes it back. Swarthwaite. The shot, it's deflected and it goes wide. Under a minute remaining in the second period. 23 shots apiece. Pioneers looking to add a late goal. They lead it 5-3. The shot from Marvin is deflected aside by Teach. Handful of goal scorers on the ice for the Pioneers now, looking to capitalize on the power play. 43 seconds. Owls looking for a big kill, and it's corralled by Golas. 31 seconds remaining in the second period. U.S.'s own Meg Doyle will be standing rinkside momentarily to get in. Owl here. Croce, a potential candidate after the goal score. There's a fight for the again coming up in the intermission. Doyle trying to talk. The Owls player of the intermission. Pioneers with a shot, and we're under 20 seconds. 16 seconds left to go in an action-filled second period. 5-3 game, 10 seconds, 9. Pioneers with a late rush. It's covered up for the moment by Golas, who didn't see it. It's down on the ice, and he is outside of his crease. And it will be put in the neutral zone. Ryan Golas didn't see it at first, was moving right to left. Well, Owls bench trying to let him know where it was, try and find it. 11 seconds on the penalty, really right after this face-off. Richmond, and it'll hit the ice, and that will do it for the second period. 5-3 game. The Pioneers lead at 6 goals in the period, setting up for a phenomenal finish here at the Northeast Skate Zone. We're going to send it down to Meg Doyle, who's going to be standing by with one of the Temple Owls headed to the locker room. Welcome back to the Northeast Skate Zone here at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, getting set for third period action between the Temple Owls and the William Paterson Pioneers in a 5-3 game. 2 goals scored in the first period, then 6 combined between the two teams in the second. 4 unanswered for the Pioneers, and then 2 straight for the Owls, who have a man down here to begin the third period, getting the penalty up there. 9 seconds left as Ringwood sends it in, and the Pioneers holding on to control. 3 seconds to 1, and that is it on the Rudolph minor, who hits the bench. And now even hockey here to begin the third. The Owls with momentum at the end of the second period by a handful of third and fourth liners coming up with big goals. Aiden Croce, the freshman forward, with the goal, and Blake Richmond had some big goals in the spring season and a huge one in the second to make it a 2-goal game as that one sent down the Pioneers. 4 straight goals to begin the period, including a power play goal. Thomas Boyle starting the action. Marvin getting into the action as well. The Owls chip it ahead. Stalaccio in there along with Ringwood, Pilarski. The top line saw Lerner, and now Rudolph checking in. 25 shots for the visiting Pioneers to 23 for the Owls as that shot is high from Rudolph. Another shot inside. This one goes awry. The starts of periods have gone in favor of the Pioneers. This period, the Owls coming out with the aggression. Rudolph controls. The Owls setting up the offense, and the shot is gloved by Brennan. Kevin Brennan, who didn't start tonight's game in net, comes up with a save as a handful of changes for both sides here at the start of the third. Owls looking for their third win of the season in starting off this 2-game action here in the second weekend of the season off on the right foot. They're trying to come from down 4, the largest they've trailed. They've never led in the game. Chesky back around, holding at the top. The shot is knocked down. Rudolph knocked it down, and the Owls still in offensive possession. This one cleared out to the neutral zone as Rudolph regroups. The big thing's really been the differentiator. Shots been neck and neck, but the offensive possession for both sides. Those are few and far between. They've gotten control here in the third. Stonefield across. The shot inside off of Brennan, and it goes all the way back. The shot from the blue line from Draves goes awry, but the momentum is there for the Owls, peppering the net, and Rudolph sends it all the way down. Tape-to-tape passing movement without the puck for the Owls, leading their opportunities. Stonefield forcing a turnover, gets it ahead to Jeffrey Gross. Stonefield knocked away, and now the Pioneers trying to clear. Phillips keeps it in, shoots it high, and Brennan will glove it down. Just that added energy here in the third for the Owls. Guys attacking the puck with a sense of urgency in the neutral zone, in the offensive side, and setting up turnovers, setting up opportunities. And now C.J. Phillips, 17 against 17 here with a face-off. Phillips wins it against the captain, Marvin. Chi with his first goal of the season. Late there in the second as that one shot all the way down. Malik Lansdowne in pursuit. And he will corral it, trying to get it back in the offensive zone. Marvin. Shot inside, the shot is in! The Pioneers strike first in the third on a ricochet goal from Matt Smith, and it's now 6-3, William Paterson. Another deflection in front of Ryan Golis, and it's now 6-3. Smith, right place, right time. went up to the top shelf. On the 25th shot of the game for the Pioneers, they extend the lead back out to 3. How will the Owls respond as Lerner moves it across? Into the offensive zone. The defenseman Lerner weaving around, using his speed to get into the offensive zone. Lerner corralling it in and out of his stick. Pass around, working with it. Next to the net is Richmond, who has a goal tonight. Pass in, and it's turned over by Sawyer as the Pioneers moving the other way. And tipped down as both teams exchanging possession. The Pioneers Colin Schwarber with the assist. And the Owls send it all the way up and out of play. Those have really controlled this third period, and the Pioneers just increasing their lead with the first shot of the period, getting it in. And all of those goals have come through different goal scorers. 6 different goal scorers for the Pioneers tonight. Matt Smith joining the list with his very latest. And in addition, joining the trend of third and fourth liners. Depth for both teams really showing in tonight's game. And Bucci and Ringwood. Bucci having set his name in the mix as well. An explosive goal score for the Pioneers. That one shot in front for the Owls. Ringwood the opportunity. Pulaski holding on. Talking about names we haven't said too much tonight. The explosive forward and captain of the team, Rob Pulaski. As goalless, trying to get it around, didn't know where his guys were. And sends it back out, Pulaski, now Joe Stelesio. The sophomore from Glenside, Pennsylvania, standing 6'1", 180, gets it in front. Trying to maintain possession, and another turnover for the Owls. No one in space. And a turnover for the Owls defense. Rudolph checks in. Line changes on both sides. Rudolph all alone. He's going to send it all the way down. Now is their first of 2 games this weekend. Tomorrow night, right here we'll have the coverage for you. The Owls against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Pay a visit to the skate zone. That's ahead. Excellent move by Barrett. Rudolph's shot goes wide. Brandon Barrett, an excellent maneuver to get into the offensive zone. Bucheski controls it. Bucheski, the shot, this is wide. Rudolph down. A whiff there as the Owls offense coming alive here with 14 minutes remaining in the game. And a clear attempt missed. A turnover for the Pioneers. Bucheski across. And falling down on the ice. No miss attempt on the puck there is now 2 more guys going down to the ice. Some slipping, not even really a collision there. They swore it. And Lansdowne hitting the ice. Barrett with a head of speed around the back of the net, and he gets pushed up against the boards. Barrett battling with Boyle. Back out to Lansdowne. Really, game started off very physical, a bit tampered down here in the second and the third period. And legs out again, all these student athletes. Handful of them out before the game as the pass goes all the way down. No icing, a handful of them before the game. See them doing some homework on the benches outside the skate zone here, the ice rink. A turnover for the Owls. The shot is high and goes out of play. Another opportunity in front of Ryan Golis. The turnovers have been an issue for the Owls, a lot of them coming in the defensive zone. And the Pioneers have capitalized 2 power play goals, handful of ricochet goals as well, and another turnover for the moment as the Owls regain. These student athletes, a week full of classes, especially for a club team, don't get as many resources by Temple and William Paterson, respectively, as a collision around the middle of the ice. Pass goes all the way down. And a stoppage and a conversation at center ice. Thompson and Zach Thompson will go to the box. And a power play for the Owls, their second of the game. Zach Thompson going to go to the box. We'll see what the call is here in a second. But another opportunity for the Owls, one of their 3 goals on the power play, 1 for 1 on a goal from Nolan Sawyer. Ringwood out there along with Croce. Barrett as well. Face off. Battle for it up against the boards. Barrett controls it. Brendan Barrett spins back. Sends it back to Saru as one of the 3 tonight. It's down. Passing. Roughing going to be the call against Zach Thompson. Goal is the stand as the Owls will regroup with 12:20 remaining in the game. William Paterson took an early 1-0 lead. The Owls tied it at 1. 4 straight goals in the start of the second period for the Pioneers to take a 5-1 lead. The Owls got 2 late in the second to bring it down to 2. And now 1 here in the third for William Paterson to push it to 6-3. And now a power play for the Owls. Excellent defense for the Pioneers. Passes not crisp as well for Temple. Sawyer, a line change. Pilarski coming out. Bucheski coming in. Phillips entering as well. Up ahead, Ryan Bucheski has it. Bucheski working around. And loses it. Another turnover for the Owls in the offensive zone. 40 seconds now remaining on the roughing penalty. Now the Pioneers working it down into the offensive zone. And turns it over again. Phillips ahead. Phillips to Rudolph. Rudolph the shot and snagged out of the air by Brennan. Another opportunity for Rudolph and another save for Brennan. Julian Rudolph has had a handful of those shots right in front of the nets. And this one, another glove save from Kevin Brennan, who, as mentioned earlier, didn't start tonight's game. Hunter Cook started in net. One shot all the way around, just next to us here in the broadcast booth, just above wink level at the skate zone. 10 seconds left on the Thompson minor. Pioneers looking for a penalty kill and a turnover from Rudolph in the defensive zone, and that'll do it for Thompson. Turnovers, missed passes for the Owls, leading to the kill. Just 1 shot on the penalty. A stick lost for the Owls. Morin going back. And he'll just exit with a line change. Lerner ahead with Rudolph. On a 2-on-2, Lerner, and it's saved by Brennan. Kevin Brennan moving right to left. The glove save on the 29th shot for the Owls with 10:21 remaining in the third. This line changes here. Owls looking to avoid their first loss of the season. The 2 teams playing in times last season, back and forth. Igloo in Mount Laurel and New Jersey. William Paterson as well. Pass goes up top, and the Owls will have an offensive zone face-off. And Blake Richmond will take it against Austin Marvin. Battle for it. And the Pioneers come up with it. Moving into the offensive zone. So it goes down. And against the boards, another turnover. The team's trading possessions, and right now in this game, as that one goes all the way around, it goes in favor of the Pioneers, just trying to hold on to the lead. And another line change for the Owls. George Mason, the opponent tomorrow for the Owls. Part of 2 games this weekend here at the Skate Zone. Violet Knights later on the season. It's back to Stonefield. Stonefield loses the handle of the puck, and it's held on to by Stelasio. Again, working out the kinks early in the season. One of the focal points, to imagine, for head coach Adam Calabrese. This Owls squad has got to be the turnovers, face-offs as well, special teams defense. Ringwood and fourth, Stonefield across. Pass shot in front of block. The defense for the Pioneers, though, a lot of credit. Here in this third period, a big rush multiple times for the Owls. Stonefield a hit into the boards. And slow to get up is Swarrett. Swarrett sends it around. Battle for it. Boyle in there, along with Bucci, mixing it around with Stelasio. And they'll go over to Golis, who covers up with 8:49 remaining in the game. There's a whole new line coming out for the Owls. Frustration brewing now. Just looking on the Owls' faces coming off the ice. At the Skate Zone here in North Philadelphia. Home to many championship banners around for under 16 teams. Developmental zone for the Flyers. And the Temple Owls sing it this season and beyond. It's a new home for Temple Owls hockey. It's sent over the middle. Big hit as Pacheski in control with it. And another turnover in the neutral zone for the Owls, and a shot all the way down. As Golis hands it off. Owls, at the very least, looking to create some offensive momentum for tomorrow's matchup against George Mason at 7:50. Battle for it behind the nets. Both teams with it. Saw it back. Shot, and it goes off the pad of Brennan and out of play. Kevin Brennan has faced all comers here on the third. Allowed a few goals in the second, but has made a handful of great saves. Conversation going on in the middle of the ice here. Zach Thompson, Ryan Murphy, excuse me, talking the head official. He skates off. Rather, that's Austin Teets, who scored the first goal of this game all the way back in the first period. And the Pioneers win the defensive zone draw once again. A turnover as Groce with the opportunity. Looking to provide that spark again. The Owls having momentum at the end of the third. A very own Meg Doyle talking with Blake Richmond at the second intermission, as covering it up is Brennan. With Richmond about the offense, and Blake Richmond, as mentioned, big goals late in the season, a handful in the final home stretch in the spring season, and looking to carry it over into the 2023-2024 season. Under 8 minutes remaining in the game. Lerner working it back around. Sends it back to Phillips. Third and fourth line has given head coach Adam Calabrese some success tonight. Looking to try and get back to it and shrink the lead as time dwindles down. Turnover for the Pioneers. Both teams once again exchanging possession. 27 shots for the visiting Pioneers to 32 for the Owls. But a 3-goal difference on the scoreboard in favor of the visiting Pioneers, in a collision on the sideboards and a stoppage. There's Croce coming out. Gross as well. And the line change for both sides. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you. Offensive, so winning a shot there, goes wide. An opportunity in front off of the turnover for the Owls. Stonefield with it, he whiffed. He gets it back. An opportunity for the Owls. Man advantage with Smith all the way past the neutral zone. And coming back is Draves, and he'll have to send it all the way in. An opportunity for the Owls. Under 7 minutes to go. And the Pioneers now with a 2-on-1. Marvin the shot, and it goes off the crossbar. Handful of the 6 goals tonight for William Paterson have been a 2-on-1, 3-on-2. A man advantage. Owls into the offensive zone, and the shot goes off the pad of Brennan. Goes off of the stick. Lavroni in there now, alongside Ringwood. Draves in there. This goes ahead. Stonefield working it around. Stonefield applying the pressure. Stellacio rather, all the way down to the boards. 5:30 left. 6-3. William Paterson in front, and they hold offensive possession here. Stellacio loses it. Another turnover for the Owls. And the chase is on. Bucci has it. Nick Bucci. Ringwood, a collision. Pilarski the hitch. Stellacio the opportunity, and moving side to side, and the save is Brennan. The hits ramping up. Another one there for Pilarski, and an opportunity for Ringwood in tights. But an excellent move side to side for Brennan. And that one goes high up just next to us here. That one goes all the way down. No icing the call as it hit the ice in the attacking zone. A battle for it against the boards. Stellacio met by a handful of Pioneers. Under 5 minutes now to play. Pioneers moving ahead with it. 2-on-5 is circling all the way around is O'Donnell, who has an assist tonight. O'Donnell gets it back. Facing on a row of Owls. And an offsides will be the call. Ringwood and Thompson chirping as the play comes to an end with 4:28 remaining in the third. Tonight's broadcast of Temple University Ice Hockey produced by Chloe Gessing, Val Pendrak on camera operation. Again, Meg Doyle doing our interviews in between the periods. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you. Thank you for tuning in. And Pioneers winning the face-off, sending it all the way down, holding on. Barrett trying to connect all the way down with Rudolph. A one-on-one opportunity. The shot goes wide. Julian Rudolph has had a handful of opportunities right in front of the net. None better right there. A one-on-one with Brennan, and he shoots it wide. And it's been that kind of night for the Owls as that one goes off the pad. Thompson's shot is wide. Under 4 minutes remaining in the game. A shot from Rudolph that went wide. Missed opportunities for the Owls is now a 3-on-2. Sora gives it back. Bucheski across. Rudolph another crack, and he turns it over. Barrett holding on. Brendan Barrett in on the line change. Barrett giving chase. Barrett trying to make a move, and he loses it. Stonefield coming in to join the rush. Under 3:30 remaining in the third and final period. The Owls in danger of falling their first game of the season. And frustration shown on the Owls bench from Rudolph after the missed opportunity. Front, Phillips chased there from Barrett. Barrett the shot in front, and he sends it all the way down. 34 shots for the Owls tonight. Only 3 goals because of it. The shot up, Trying to clear it is Barrett, and he sends it around. Another puck high up into the air for the Owls. That's way in. Croce with a hit. Getting some final jabs in before the teams part ways. Face off again. On the road for the Owls in that game. Later on in the fall season. One around, an opportunity, the shot, and saved by goalless. Turned aside, Thomas Suarez right in front of the nets. And both goalies exchanging excellent saves on point-blank opportunities. Brennan stopping Rudolph at the other end, and then the freshman goalless, who really, despite the 6 goals scored on the scoreboard for the Pioneers, has had some really good saves. Defense has helped them out at times as well, but a lot of ricochets, a lot of a deflection in front. Power play opportunities as that one swung around, front of the net. That was offense taking shape. And now the Pioneers the other way with 2 minutes remaining in the game. The turnover in the offensive zone. Some sloppy passes here late as some tired legs out on the ice. Stellacio working around. Stellacio loses it. Pioneers the other way. O'Donnell taking it all himself, taking out all comers, and crashes into Lansdowne. And under 2 minutes remaining. Miscommunication for the Owls on the bench. Rudolph trying to come onto the ice, talking with head coach Adam Calabrese. As the frustrations really showing now as that one offsides. Minute 24 remaining in the game. Provide a game summary for you so far. Early goal from Austin Teets for William Paterson. Gave him a 1-0 lead early on in the first period. Nolan Saw with a goal late in the first to tie it at 1. But the difference in the game, 4 straight goals for William Paterson early in the second period to take what was a 5-1 lead at one point. The Owls tacked on 2 goals late in the second to make it 5-3. And the only goal of the third and final period by number 64, Matt Smith for the Pioneers. That's one shot going wide. Swing around, and the Owls have had opportunities in the offensive zone here in the third. Rudolph with a handful as he passes it to Bacheski. Shot on net under a minute remaining, but just have not converted. Barrett shot. Rudolph holding on. Missed pass, trying to get it to Lerner. Lerner has his shot blocked. Pioneers the other way. Marvin hits the ground. Saw sends it around. 38 seconds. Owls have a chance for a final rush. Off the stick of Rudolph. It's sent down with 30 seconds and counting. Richmond now joining the rush. As Schwartz comes out as well. 20 seconds left. Stonefield. Stonefield, the miss pass. 13 seconds, the Owls in pursuit. And that will just about do it tonight. The William Paterson Pioneers come on the road to the Northeast Skate Zone here in Philadelphia and come away with a road victory as they take down the Temple Owls by a final score of 6-3. A four straight goals in the second for William Paterson, handing the Owls their first loss of the season. The next broadcast here on the Temple Ice Hockey YouTube page will be tomorrow night when the Temple Owls play host to George Mason right here at 7:50. For the producer, Chloe Gessing, camera operator, Val Pendrak, Meg Doyle doing the intermission interviews, I'm Jacob Smedley. Thank you for watching another presentation of Temple University Ice Hockey.